I wouldn't compare it because I think it was a little bit different what USA breaking did. But now it's like USA dance. I think it's a little bit confusing. But like there was one before. I think I don't know exactly what happened, but I think it didn't go so well.
I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry about that. It's just a question
No.
that popped in my head while we're talking.
He's got something. Wow.
Air flares. Oh, freeze at the end of it as well. Both men showing great musicality. A variety of moves.
And I'd say Phil Wizard has the performativity down pat.
All right, Vicious, here we go. Now, real question.
Yeah.
Based on what you know about the international scene, right, and the international skill level, can Canada realistically medal in a breaking Olympics one-on-one?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel it, bro. Yes, I have to give props to Phil Wizard because I somehow I have like I believe in what he can do. Like and I mean, of course, even the best can lose. Like even the best can have a bad day, and then you thought like, oh yeah, he was gonna win, and then boom. You never know what can happen. That's for sure, and it's gonna depend on the judging. Like that's for sure. So you never know. But like thinking about like Phil can have it. Even Mas if he push even harder. It's just Mas is on the upcoming now, but Phil is kind of being like killing all the big one-on-ones. Like before COVID, he was winning all the big one-on-ones, and he was invited in all like in one-on-ones. It's hard, like 2-on-2, 3-on-3 is different. But Phil has made a big statement in the international in one-on-ones. And especially this year at the Red Bull finals, he went to the finals. He almost won. So, and that was an international big high level. So if you ask me, like without being biased, just because I'm from Canada, I think Phil could bring back a medal back home. If it's one of his days, for sure. And actually, in the Bgirls, when in 2018 there was the Youth Olympic. And we had a silver medalist, and it was from Canada, big girl Emma.
Show some love. Now let's get down to business. Yay! Let's go. Red Bull BC1 Cypher Canada final. Musicality. Hey. Going in. Hey. Check the story out. Woo. Hey.
Yeah, she's a young girl. Like she's I think 19, but big girl Emma, she was a silver medal, if I'm right, if not silver or bronze, but I think it was silver. But she brought it home, and it was the Youth Olympics. It was like there was Japan, Russia, there was like France, like it was an international. So man, like there's very good potential in Canada, and that's just a few right now in the national team. Like actually Emma is gonna be in Paris as well. She won the qualifier. So that's just a few. Canada has a strong talent. I think some people are down for that. That's what they want. And it's okay. It's not for everyone. We're doing this platform so Canada can be able to go. But it's not only that in Canada, like you have Skillsometer that I don't think we're going to like collab like this with the like national stuff, like I think we're going to keep like, because we could have made that, the winner of Skillsometer goes to the Federation Jam, like, but I think we're gonna keep it separately to have their own thing, and then you're gonna have those jams for the federation, for the Olympics, and then you're gonna have the other jobs too, like just like for other kind of vibes and energy, you know. So no, yeah, on the reels, not to be biased, I think Canada has good potential for a gold medal. No jokes, but you never know. You never know.
Like you said, it all comes down. At times, it comes down to who's on fire that day. You know what I'm saying? So, no doubt. The last thing I want to ask you is, so we're going into this Olympic era. It's right around the corner. Like you said, the points are going to be starting to get counting. Maybe even in 22, which is a month and a half away. You know, how do we ensure in an organization that is like has a history of corruption, the Olympics, right? How do we ensure that at least our sport has the highest chance of being as unbiased and fair to the potential competitors as possible?
I mean, you mean like when like in general, or like when they how they're gonna choose the winner or something like that?
Yeah, just in general, like as you know, you're involved with the actual Olympic process. You know what I'm saying? Partnering with the World Dance Sport Federation. Like just in your own mind, what needs to be done? What measures do we need to take as a culture to reduce as much as possible those biased opinions or like any kind of corruption that could seep in? Because like you said earlier, as soon as the Olympics was announced, everybody was like, yo, I should be there. How much I'm gonna get paid? You know what I'm saying? And as soon as a lot of people come in with that mentality, when you come in with the how much am I gonna get paid mentality, that also means you can be paid off. You see what I'm saying? So like what do you think the various countries need to do? Because it's being run by every country is mostly being run by their most involved dancers, right?
Yeah, basically.
So what do you think needs to be done? Like in your mind, what's an idea that could be brought to the table to just make it as fair as possible and as unbiased as possible?
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's a tricky one, but because you know, like besides like the road to the Olympic, let's say, like we haven't developed much with Canada dance sport on that tip, but I'm low key involved too. I was there, but I kind of stepped back because I put other people in charge. I was involved too with Dance Sport Quebec, and what was cool in Quebec, they were more open arms. They were like, hey, we want to help you guys, the breakers. And what's cool is like in Dance Sport Quebec, there's already like they already have a foot in like some dance sports studies, you know. So like they already have like some sports studies of ballroom and stuff, and they were saying that they want to put breaking now. So like those kind of like new doors, more the culture side of it. Like I feel because breaking is now recognized like as a sport, it can open those new doors for the community overall, and whoever wants to be involved in a certain way, like, and they don't really want to be really involved with the Olympics, but they kind of be involved, like, or OGs, we can place them there, like, hey, like maybe, you know, for some, like, I don't know, conference, or like, let's talk about equity, or like, let's talk about like, you know, like the next generation, like, and the culture, like, or what hip hop has done. And so that I think would be nice in the future. That I was saying that imagine in the future, you send your kid to the school, and like in the morning has a math, science class, and after lunch he's gonna have his breaking class. And it's not just about the moves, but it's like some, I don't know, maybe some like about the culture and stuff. Like that would be nice, you know. And then so that would be something that would open doors, and then I think everybody would feel more involved than just like, oh, there's 3 people like helping to do events for the Olympics. But there's really more than that. Like honestly, I know there's gonna be more. And actually something else, it would be nice in the future that us breakers, girls or guys, they're literally inside the board of the federations and not just only consultants, you know.
Right.
So in the future, like this, like then you don't have to tell somebody from the ballroom, hey, you need to work with breakers. You can go straight to the source. Hey, B-boy na 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 or bigger na na na. Let's work on the next project, and you have breakers on the board literally, and then maybe that would be their work. I don't know, like I don't know where really can be the play, but of course, if you're teaching in the high school, that's you're gonna have your payment there as a teacher in the high school. So I guess that's where it's gonna be like the payment parts. But it's crazy, bro, because the people from the federation we've been working, some of them they say like it's all voluntary work as well. Is they do that because they love ballroom and they're retired of their old jobs and now they do that, you know. So I don't know until like how much is true, whatever, but that's what everybody's been saying so far. So I'm like, I mean, I guess like us a little bit too, like when you put the time to go practice, when you pay your flight and stuff, like sometimes I remember my friends were like, hey, you're rich, like you're traveling. I'm like, yo, before I used to work my ass off to be able to pay that flight and nothing is given, you know, nothing is given. So, and they're like, why you do this? You're not even getting paid. But that's how you start at one point. So let's see. But I would say that, bro, like that to like you were saying, make it fair and all this. I think it's gonna be more the culture side of it, and not just even though it's like because going to the Olympics, going to the Olympics for me is like the evolution of a competition, but it's not the evolution of breaking for me.
No,
You know,
not at
like,
all.
you know, it's just the evolution of that aspect when the first person that did a competition, well, look, now the competition is going to the Olympics. But you know, and I don't think like I said that the other time, like breaking is going to the Olympic because it was a thing already, but it's not gonna become doper because of the Olympics, you know. Like yes, people are gonna hear more about it, but it's going to the Olympics because breaking is dope already, you know. So and like I said, like it's not the evolution of breaking. That's not it. It's just the evolution of competition. But there's so many more like aspect and areas of breaking culture that I think that's the other side that's gonna open. Because when people are gonna be interested, okay, so what's breaking? You know, like where does it come from? Then what's the community and the culture, and then can come in and like, hey, like we're gonna go tell our OGs like, yo, do you want to go talk at this conference? No. We can Breaking Canada we can connect that, and maybe, bro, at one point I can just like, hey, I'm done with Breaking Canada. I did my part. I don't want to be the director anymore. I don't know, you know. Let's see. Like, it's enough of my free time. Like, before I get some different position, but that's not the goal right now. You know, right now it's like I'm kind of enjoying what I'm doing. It's cool to be in that position. At first, I was not sure. Now I'm like, okay, but I'm so deep in it that it's hard to step back now. Like, I want to finish what I started, but it's funny because I don't know when does it finish. like, is it when they have the gold medal or like, or honestly, after the Olympics, I'll see. You know, I'll see what it is. Like after the 2024, whoever wins the medal, whatever, I'll see where I see myself. What's the new doors? Like, and that, I guess that would be like my how do you say, finish line, you know, and then try to see where I go.
It might be like when you were telling me earlier in the conversation when you first threw Skillsometer. As soon as it was over, you were like, wow, now that I see what it's like, well, maybe we can do this now and we can do that now. And that it might lead to just more ideas of how to make it better. You know what I'm saying? And make it just a better entity and kind of make the path to the Olympics even more clear and to the people who want to take that path. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just becomes more established. But dope, man. There it is. Bboy Vicious.
We did it, bro.
We did it. Beyond the Cypher, episode 30. Flow on Ice. Vicious from Montreal by way of Helsinki, Finland. When people say it's cold as hell, that's what they talking about. Helsinki. Nah, just kidding. But again, man, thanks so much for your time, bro. The stories were great. I think you have been the most insightful as far as this path to the Olympics because you're so, you know, intimately involved as far as your country. So thanks for dropping those jewels on us, man. I'm gonna have to make it to a skills-o-meter, man. That's what it sounds like.
We wanna make it like a proper one now. No more COVID, just like the real vibe. You will like it.
Oh, and like I told you, the city has already sold me. So as soon as, you know what I'm saying, so I would just come anyway. You know what I'm saying? But definitely want to check it out, man. Meet you guys in person. You know, kick it with you guys. Just see the vibe of how you know, the get down of the scene and everything. Yeah, man. So we're gonna leave you with our traditional words of peace.
Yo, thanks, bro. Thanks for everything. It was dope. Beyond the Cypher, big shout out to you. And yeah, let's keep in touch. Let's keep in touch.
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond the Cypher. Let us know how we're doing in the comment section, and to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace. Until the next episode.